All right, so next we're going to talk about finding a literary agent. So if you've decided to go traditional publishing or to attempt, then one of the next steps that you really should consider is finding a literary agent. Now, there are a lot of ways to do this. Going through the yellow pages is probably not your best option. I don't think there really is yellow pages anymore. Anyway, um, we're going to give you the top 10 steps and pro tips for finding a literary agent for traditional publishing for your personal memoir. Number one, research potential agents. Start by researching the agents who represent memoirs specifically. Look at their websites, social media profiles, and get a sense of their taste and their interest. You want to make sure that you are a fit for them and also that they are a fit for you. Do some research on them, kind of get a feel for their vibe. Number two, build a list of potential agents. Now, if you're not organized yet, you need to start today, because going through this, you are going to, potentially be squirreled in all sorts of directions. It's going to be extremely important that you stay organized. So start a list of potential agents. Of course, you want specifically to find the ones that represent memoirs, and even more so hone in on the ones who do memoirs like yours. If yours is a business or a rags to riches or, overcomer stories, whatever it is, make sure that you find the agents who really focus on ones like yours. Make sure that you include their contact information, submission guidelines, everything. I would recommend using either an Excel or a Google Sheet and have your columns with each row as an agent. It's much more helpful. And then as things progress, you can just hide or delete the rows, whatever you want to do. Number three, personalize your query letter. When submitting your query letter, you want to make sure that you personalize it for each agent. It's going to take extra time, but I promise you, if you don't, the chances are reduced that they'll give you that same respect that you will have given them by spending the extra time. It's like handwriting a letter or a card. It means more. So if you personalize the letter instead of to whom it may concern, they don't like that. No one wants to be the whom. So don't write things to whom. But mention also why you're interested in working with them specifically. Now, do you have, if you have 5 different people you're going to write this to, do you have to say 5 different things specifically? You should, but do you have to? I doubt that they know the other 4 people. They might, and they may never talk to each other. So you might be able to give the same letter to all 5, but why risk it? Just look, because you're doing your research anyway. Just figure out something that caught your attention and point that out to them. Say, I know it's going to sound crazy, but I have a Siamese cat as well. And I saw you out on your patio on your profile picture. Make sure that you're not coming across as too much of a creeper, but I saw your social media photo with your Siamese cat, and I know it sounds crazy, but I just felt an instant connection. If don't necessarily make it something so trivial, but make sure that they know that you're not afraid of doing the research. You're not afraid of doing the legwork, and that's something that's really gonna show them, they took the time to personalize this. So number 4, follow submission guidelines. Don't try to make them conform to your process, because this is a one-off for you. You have one thing and you want their help. They have thousands potentially of submissions coming into them. So do you think that they're going to pick out this one that does not comply or conform with their submission process when the other 99 are? They're probably going to put that one to the back of the list, and it may never make the top. So definitely, if there is a guideline for submissions, you need to follow it to a T, because failure to do so will, can result, it may not, but it can result in it being outright rejected, never even read. So just really be careful with that. And then 5, be patient. This is the hard part, because once you've got your story out, once you've got it written and you've edited it and you've gone through the legal and you're just so done, you're so ready for it to just be published. It's not that easy, because now you're waiting for other people, and that's the hardest part. So just be patient. The right agent, if you're looking, if you've spread, your research far enough, they're out there. You just have to find them and then wait for them to get to you. Hopefully it's in a positive way, but at least even a rejection is a response, and I think that a lot of people would prefer a rejection over no response at all, but sometimes you don't get a response. So number 6, attend writing conferences and workshops. Now, why would you do this? They actually can give you the opportunity to meet agents in person. Now, not always, but usually, well, maybe not even usually, often, I'll say often, there will be agents at these conferences, and you have the opportunity to meet them and make your pitch. There are, all sorts of groups online that also have, virtual conferences and workshops, and you can do the same thing through there. Attend online conferences, online workshops, and sometimes it's this person who will give you the name of this person who knows this person, and you just have to make your way through, and because they're not always easy to find, but they're not impossible to find. Number 7, build your platform. If in your letter and your submissions, if you don't have a platform yet, start building it. Now's the time. While you're waiting on other people, start building it. That will definitely make you more attractive to the agents. Start blogging, start posting, on your profile, start a business page, an author page, and start engaging with your audience on social media. Show that you're active, show that you care, and it will help. Number 8, join writing groups. Joining writing groups gives you the opportunity to network with other writers, potentially making connections with agents. And like I said, sometimes it's not knowing that person, but knowing this one who knows this one who knows this one before you get to that person. There are some people out there that we call connectors. And it's because they just have been in the industry for so long, they just know who's who. And they know the names. It's not necessarily that they have their hand out, or anything like that. But sometimes you just need someone to point you in the right direction. So join writing groups. By the way, I do have it, and it'll be in the description below. I have a free writing group that you are welcome to join at any time. It is on Facebook, and we like to support each other on there and ask questions, things like that. Number 9, Be prepared to revise. So if an agent expresses interest in your memoir, but they may have a little bit of an issue with something, they may say, well, what if you change this here? Now, if it's a memoir and it's your true story and they ask you to change something that didn't happen, to something that didn't happen, you may want to question that. But if they say, why don't we leave this part out, or why don't we change this to a softer language, that kind of a thing, they know what works. And if they make those kind of suggestions, be prepared to revise, because if someone cares enough to make that suggestion, you may be one of the candidates. So that's a really great thing. I would love to have that opportunity, so make sure that you're open-minded and willing to revise. And then number 10, guys, keep submitting. If you don't find an agent right away, don't give up. They have a certain number of people that they can take, and you're going to pay for their services. So you want someone who respects your being your agent. So by that, you have to respect and wait your turn. So just keep submitting. You will find, there's new agents out there at any given time. So try to be one of their first. Maybe they have great connections, maybe they don't. You may have to wait a little bit longer. There's so many scenarios. Just keep submitting, bottom line. All right, guys, there you have it. Top 10 steps and pro tips for finding a literary agent for traditional publishing of your personal memoir. Remember, finding the right agent can be long and difficult, but it's worth it if it means getting your memoir published. Keep pushing forward and don't give up on your dreams. You got this.